Hi, I'm Don, here to show you the brand new Rockwood Pop-up camper. This is the 1980 Rockwood Pop-up camper, the Freedom Series by Forest River. The Rockwood Pop-up is possibly one of the best values in the entire RV industry, and I'm going to show you why. First, I want to talk about the tent section. Rockwood's tent section is vinyl over canvas. So this is 100% vinyl and a canvas interior. The reason that's important is because you have the water resistancy of vinyl and the durability of canvas. Most brands, most pop-up campers, like say the Coleman or whatever, they use like a fabric material. They call it Sombrella or so any kind of material they want to call it. It's a fabric material, and with that fabric material, you actually can get mold, mildew, and that kind of stuff. On the other brands, you start getting mold and mildew here. On the Rockwood, you don't have to worry about that because it's vinyl over canvas. That's a big, big deal. One of the other things I want to point out too is with the Rockwood Pop-up, it's a 5-piece sectionalized tent. Most other brands aren't like this. If you ever got a rip or a tear in one section, you could replace just that section. Folks, that's a big deal because you could ruin your entire camping season if you got a tear and you need to get a piece replaced or whatever. With Rockwood, you could just replace this one piece or buy a new piece, and it's very, very inexpensive versus having to buy the whole new tent if you got one little small rip or tear. That's a big, big advantage. So 5-piece sectionalized tent with the Rockwood Pop-up. John, I'm asking you to get a good shot down here of the lifter system. Folks, this one just sort of came off the factory line, so it doesn't have a lot of the things on it we normally prep. It comes with a propane tank. We fill that for you. This is the lifter system here. This lifter system is what makes the roof go up. Lifetime warranty, parts and labor on the lifter system, folks, on the Rockwood. That's one of the best features on the Rockwood Pop-up. Also, John, I want you to get a good shot under here. Marine-grade plywood, folks. Lifetime warranty, marine-grade plywood on the bunk ends. Their bunk ends are rated up to 700 pounds. Other brands, they use a wafer board or a structure board kind of material. It just falls apart. It's like glued together sawdust. With the Rockwood, you don't have to worry about that. It's one of the best features of Rockwood. Plywood construction everywhere. Bonded aluminum sidewall with the Rockwood. Okay, folks, you know, you can get a look at other brands out there. You know, there's so many different ones where they make them so cheap and so flimsy. You knock on the side, and it's like a tin can. It's wavy in the wind. With Rockwood, bonded aluminum sidewall. That means this is aluminum exterior, doesn't rust, and it's bonded to plywood behind it. So that's a big, big advantage with the Rockwood versus other brands. Also, leveling jacks, too. There's 4 built-in leveling jacks all the way around the frame with the Rockwood. That's a huge advantage. Most other brands, you have to buy those little awkward jacks and that kind of thing. With Rockwood, it's 4 built-in stabilizer jacks all the way around the camper. That's a big plus. All of our Rockwood Pop-ups come with an awning. This particular one doesn't have it on it yet because, like I said, it just got off the truck. But they all come with an awning. It comes with the Carefree style awning too, which has the arms that go back to the side of the camper, not those awkward poles that have the ropes and the strings and stuff that we used to trip over when we were kids. So yeah, it comes with the awning, comes with the Carefree upgraded awning, so it's not the cheap awning. That's a huge plus as well. As we move down the side of the camper here too, I got to point out the step. Most people think, well, why is the step so big? Well, first of all, Rockwood camper comes with a step. A lot of other brands actually don't come with a step. It's a nice rounded step, so it doesn't have any sharp edges as well. And with other brands, you actually have a door that comes down that actually acts as a step, and they have sharp edges, and it sort of really messes with the integrity of the camper. With the Rockwood, you don't have to worry about that. That's a big plus. All Rockwood Pop-ups come with the indoor-outdoor cooktop or stove. That attaches here. The propane line is here for it. If I can get this open. Propane line right there. Connects right up. You can use all different type of propane fittings here as well. This is called a quick connect. You can hook a lantern to a lantern, the gas-fired lanterns, or other different accessories to it. That's a nice feature to have. That comes with all the Rockwood Pop-ups. Also, exterior table comes with this as well. Notice, John, too, I want you to get a good shot of the bearing. These are called bearing buddies. If you want to grease your hubs, you don't have to take apart the tire or anything like that. You just pull this out, put your grease gun up to it, grease the hubs. Also, 13-inch radial tires with the Rockwood Pop-up. Most brands use a bias ply tire. The bias ply tire is a tire that doesn't have the steel belts in it. This has steel belts in it. It's a 13-inch tire. Also, most pop-up campers are going to be 12-inch as well. Keep moving around the back here. Get a good shot too, John, of this has the spare tire, comes with it. It's a full-size spare, folks. Again, most pop-up campers are either not going to give you a spare, or if they do give you a spare, it's like one of those little donut ones. With the Rockwood, it's going to come with the full-size spare tire. Again, it's a 13-inch. Most campers have 12-inch tires, and it is a radial tire. I got to keep mentioning that because radial is a big deal. Bias ply, they don't have the steel belts in it. The radial tire, steel-belted tire, it's a big deal. Look at all the marker lights, too, back here. This is a big safety feature. When you're driving down the road and you're towing this behind your truck, your SUV, your car, you know, you need to make sure you have a lot of marker lights on the camper that you have, so it's a big safety issue. Now, sure, it costs a little bit more money for Rockwood to do that, but that's a big plus, because a lot of different brands out there, you look at maybe the Coachman or the Coleman or a lot of different brands, they don't have all the marker lights. So when it comes to safety and you're driving on the road, they just won't spend the money on that. Rockwood, it's there. Another big feature on the Rockwood pop-up camper is permanently attached bunk ends. Folks, see, this is a tent material that attaches to the bunk end. It's permanently attached here. A lot of different brands, they actually use Velcro or like a bungee cord kind of thing. I have 2 little kids, and the thing is, when you have bungee cords or whatever hooked underneath here, people could fall out or little things could fall out. With the Rockwood, it's permanently attached bunk ends. It's a big safety feature. It's a big plus that Rockwood has on it. The other brands just don't have. As you move down the rest of the side of the camper here, it comes with a 25-foot power cord. That we give you the adapter. That's free. That comes with it. Has a 10-gallon water tank. We give you the hoses. All the stuff comes with it. A full prep package comes with the camper, and we don't charge you for any of that. Folks, as we walk inside the Rockwood pop-up, there's so many great features I want to tell you about. First, I'm going to start with the door. With Rockwood, they use a 1-piece door. This is a big plus because a lot of different pop-ups in this price range actually use a 2-piece door. There's a big seam here. Folds up to the roof. It's all sort of crazy and awkward. With Rockwood, it's a 1-piece door. It's better integrity. They have privacy panels in the door that slide up or down, give you extra privacy and also airflow for a nice screen set up here if you want to open those up and get better airflow inside the camper. That's a huge plus to the Rockwood. Also, as we walk inside the Rockwood pop-up too, I want to point out the 4-inch thick high-density foam cushions. With Rockwood, they use 4-inch thick high-density foam. All the other brands use 3-inch. There's actually some out there that are actually using 2-inch. I just can't believe it. But with Rockwood, 4-inch thick high-density foam cushions. Big plus too, again, I mentioned it outside, Rockwood is using all plywood construction. Folks, that's a huge deal because so many campers out there are using the wafer board, the sawboard, sawdust type material. This is all plywood construction with the Rockwood. And it has a ton of storage too. These are all the goodies that get attached outside. Of course, like I said, this one just came off the truck, so ton of storage, plywood construction. It's a big deal with the Rockwood pop-up. I'm going to try to move over here, John. You get a good shot of the galley area. One of the great things with Rockwood too is it comes with not hot and cold, but it comes with regular running water. So that's a big plus too. So you have actually regular running water. You don't have to pump anything with your hand. That's a huge plus. This is also your stove. This comes with an outdoor grill as well that goes outside. We stock most of our Rockwood pop-ups, not all, but most of them with the refrigerator. This is a through-air refrigerator, so it's not an ice box, folks. You actually have a refrigerator in it, so it's a big plus. Most pop-ups are just going to give you an ice box. This actually has a refrigerator. It comes with a furnace as well. We stock all of our pop-ups with furnaces. This particular one's got the U-shaped dinette. Heated bunk mats, that's also standard in all our Rockwood pop-ups. So heated bunk mats, these actually plug in. And when they plug in, you actually can control this like you would an electric blanket. So that's a big plus as well. Get a good shot there, John, too, of the plywood bunk ends. Lifetime warranty on the plywood bunk ends. Again, everybody else is using like a wafer board, type cheap material. Plywood in the Rockwood, that's a huge plus. Also notice all the valances and the curtains, the privacy curtains, that comes with all the Rockwood pop-ups. That's a big plus because most other brands you either have to pay extra for the curtains or you just don't get the privacy curtains. Up top here, you see a 14x14 roof vent with the super fan in it. This fan actually exchanges all the air inside the camper 3 times in every minute, so it actually acts like an air conditioner. It's a big plus. So it's a 14x14 roof vent with a super fan inside of it. That's a huge plus. High pressure laminated countertops with the Rockwood. Most brands in this price point are going to actually have like a wood countertop or wood exposed in certain areas. Every single surface inside the Rockwood pop-up uses high pressure laminated countertops. So you can set a glass of water on here. If it sweats, it's not going to swell up or cause any damage. That's a huge plus to the Rockwood. Another huge feature on the Rockwood. I can't believe I see so many pop-ups out there nowadays that actually use clear windows, not the tinted ones. You need to protect the inside of your camper from UV rays and getting overheated and that kind of stuff. With Rockwood, you actually have the tinted windows. So many brands out there are using the clear plastic. They try to pitch it as better visibility or whatever. I don't even know. But the bottom line with the Rockwood, you have you have the tinted windows, where the other brands you have the clear, and with the clear ones it gets so hot inside it can dull the fabrics and that kind of stuff. With Rockwood, you don't have to worry about that because you have the tinted windows. Folks, that's pretty much it on the Rockwood pop-up. Stop into one of our dealerships. We'd love to help you out. Everybody's really helpful on the phone. You can call us. You can do a deal over the phone. You can get prices over the phone. You can get trade values over the phone. I'm Don. Hope to see you soon.